Hey there, this is Alan Brocken. Now that my kids are grown up, they say I'm the cool dad everybody talks about. But I gotta be honest, I wasn't cool dad every day. A lot of days I was grumpy dad or maybe just silent dad. Silent dad happened a lot. And I know if you've met me professionally or personally, it's pretty crazy to think of me without any words. But there were lots of days I just didn't have any words. And so I know that probably happens to you too, dads. And so I'm here to give you just something to get some transition time. Take just a few minutes out of your day, take your work brain off, put on your family brain, so that you can be present around your wife and kids. And so, today I want you to get started with today's dad word. And today's dad word is Sunday school. We're going to be talking about Sunday school today. Sometimes the dad word's kind of fun because it's more than one word. So I'll be sharing some thoughts about Sunday school today. But as a parent, one thing I think it's important, and possibly as a Sunday school leaders, you got to put on your oxygen mask before helping others. So let's breathe. In through your mouth, out through your nose. In through your mouth, out through your nose. Just breathe. It's really important that you breathe. Part of this breathing exercise, what it does is it helps you reconnect with life by clearing out some toxic brain chemicals. But then also the big thing it's going to do is it's a focal point. It helps you put a focal point on, I'm in transition, I'm moving from one thing in life to another. And so I think the other thing that's really helpful about, being a believer in God is that the Holy Spirit is there to help us figure out what we can do that's way beyond our own thoughts. And so sometimes your breathing might be a little prayer to just help you get through your day and make this transition. But this week's verse is John 14:16-17, and it's about the Holy Spirit. And so I'm going to read it. And I will ask the Father, and he will give you another advocate to help you and be with you forever, the Spirit of truth. The world cannot accept him because it neither sees him nor knows him. But you know him, for he lives with you and will be in you. John 14:16-17. So let me say that one more time. And I will ask the Father, and he will give you another advocate to help you and be with you forever, the Spirit of truth. The world cannot accept him because it neither sees him nor knows him. But you know him, for he lives with you and will be in you. John 14:16-17. Are you still breathing? Deep breath in. Out through your nose. Deep breath in. Out through your nose. And so I just want you to take the stuff that's going on at work and what's going to keep you from being present, and I just want you to hang it up on a shelf. And as you do that, I want you to think about this phrase, go west, young man, go west. And this is from the editor of the Terre Haute Express in 1851. What I like about this verse and why I picked it up today is it's really about brighter horizons, right? There are times in life when we look at them and we're like, everything's falling apart and it's horrible and But I remember the first time I heard this phrase, go west, young man, go west, was actually in a grade school musical. It was a line, go west, young man, go west, where the living is best, go west, or something like that. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've been in grade school. But I think the point about it is, there are possibly brighter horizons on the future. As much as we look at the bad economy and inflation and stock markets and all that other stuff, if you take a step back and you just take a deep breath and you breathe out and you just think about it for a second, if you're a believer, the Holy Spirit's there helping you see what that brighter horizon might be. And maybe it's, glory in the ever after, but it's possibly just around the corner at work, in your home life, maybe with your kids. There is a brighter horizon. It just takes some time to take a minute to think about it and go, yeah, where is West? Where is that place that I could be spending my time and effort? I mean, to a certain extent, this show is kind of that. I'm branching out, trying something new and different, seeing if maybe this is something that I could do, professionally, maybe at some point. But I feel like, we're often nudged by the Holy Spirit to go do some new things. Like, I wouldn't have written 5 books if I didn't decide I was going to go west and write some books. And so maybe there's something in your life that you kind of have this picture. Maybe there is a brighter horizon, but you don't know how to get started. Well, why don't you come over and talk it out over on the Daily Dad Words discussion group? We're here to help and help you talk through what that brighter horizon might be, and maybe the investment you need making yourself to go west. So are you still breathing? So when I think about a brighter future, one of the things that does come to mind to me is art. Today's amazing kid is Chelsea Phaire, and through a painful experience in her own life, art went from sort of a project at school to a way for her to cope with some real trauma that happened in her life. And so, as Chelsea found hope and healing through her art, she realized there were many underprivileged kids who lacked the resources she had. And so, on her birthday, she held a party and she said, "Hey, everybody, bring stuff to donate to other kids to help them out." And so this act became, of kindness turned into Chelsea's charity. And now she's donated over 1,500 art kits and offers art lessons for other children. If you'd like to learn more about Chelsea's story, you can find that at a link in the description. Or maybe an inspiring kid with a great attitude, solving big problems, helping others. I mean, it doesn't have to be philanthropy. It could be, they've done a great job inventing something, or maybe they're an entrepreneur. Whatever. If you know a great kid that I ought to highlight here, use the contact form at dailydadword.com to tell us all about it, and so we can feature their story and promote their cause. Are you still breathing? So today's topic was Sunday school, things you might learn, where you might see a brighter future. I know there's a lot of art things I've done in Sunday school as a Sunday school teacher, but there's a lot of other education that can go on. Like, did you know that ice cream can receive an education? Yeah, it goes to Sunday school. Didn't like that one? Okay, how about this? So back in the day, I used to be a Sunday school teacher, like 4s and 5s, and you never quite know what's going to happen when you're dealing with 4s and 5-year-olds. And so I asked this little girl one day, I said, "So why should we be quiet when we go into big church?" And this sweet little girl looks at me and she said, "So we don't wake up the people that are sleeping." Come on now, that's pretty good. I mean, wisdom from from youth, right? Okay, so maybe that wasn't so funny, but I'm sure you can come up with your own pun, funny story, or maybe an anecdote about Sunday school you want to share with your family. So thank you for turning into the Daily Dad Word. If you're looking for some more inspiration for your family, check us out at dailydadword.com/dailydadword. There's a link in the bio. I have a number of resources there to plant a seed for a lifetime relationship with your family, including a link to the Daily Dad Words discussion Facebook group. If you find this focus time useful, click like and subscribe to be notified about the next day's show. See ya.